Hello everyone, this is HuntSD here, and today we are going to be reviewing the finale of RWBY Volume 5. This is it. This is the finale that we have been waiting for since the beginning. Doesn't hold up, but first I want to say this. This is going to in fact have spoilers in this review, so that you can know this now if you haven't watched it yet. But when this video is out, you can watch it right now on roosterteeth.com. If you go get a free membership, you don't need a first membership to wait first. You don't need that because you can just get a free membership and watch it on Tuesdays. Obviously, this is the finale, so you'll be only doing this once until the fall for Volume 6 begins. And first things first, I want to say thank you for everyone who has stayed around since the beginning of Volume 4. Before Volume 4 was when I officially started on doing this kind of stuff with YouTube and everything else for the RWBY community. So that's where I basically officially began. Before then, I was doing Destiny videos. But now we're 2 volumes later of me doing this. And we're going to be going into my 3rd volume with the community in Volume 6 in the fall. So it's going to be pretty insane. Also, I am working on my Everything Wrong with RWBY Volume 5. I'm going on to the 4th episode right now to do some sync tallies. I think right now I am on 14 at the moment, sync 14 at the moment, right here on the script. So yeah, I gotta write out the script. Hopefully I'll get the script out this week. I hope I can do the script this week, and then maybe at the weekend I can do the audio footage. I can do my voiceover, do the actual dialogue lines and such, and then next week I'll do the editing, and then after that I can get the video out. That'll be great. Hopefully I can get out sometime late this month or early this month. Well, not this month, but you know what I mean, for February. Hopefully I can get it out around that time. If not, it might be late March. And now I won't start my new schedule for the hiatus until that video comes out, because that'll be my final RWBY Volume 5 video for Volume 5, basically. That'll be it. And then I'll do some other shows to react to. I won't do any reviews on those because, God forbid me, I don't want to do that, push myself too much. But I have finished my RWBY AMV, and if you want to watch it early on Thursday, you can come join my Discord. We have a couple people here so far, and if everyone joins the Discord that watches it, it would help tremendously to get it out there. It would be great. So, yeah, so far this has been... this volume was okay. It wasn't the best volume per se, because it does have issues, which I will describe in my Everything Wrong with RWBY Volume 5 video when that comes out. Now let's talk about the finale. We first met off. We go first to the outside room where the CCT tower is. We got to see some commotion between Elia, getting her to know a little bit about, she defended the Faunus people again. Sorry, I'm still trying to remember what originally happened. But what I can remember is that Elia did a heroic thing. Because one of the White Fang members was trying to attack, she stopped it and basically saved some people from dying. And then we get away from that. We get Sun, Adam, and Blake. Now, they do kind of a little bit of a tease of a fight that kind of happened. But it really wasn't a fight. It was more of a ironic thing for Adam. Because he always saw Blake as a running away person. But now he's running away. So it's kind of ironic in a way. It's kind of switching roles. Even though I kind of wish they did more with Adam this volume. They kind of set it up to be like, this big bad that you don't want to mess around with, only to be a whiny person and get hit once down. So it's a shame, but I hope in Volume 6 and beyond, this is not the end of Adam. I am predicting that he's going to be joining Salem's forces, but it's highly likely he could be on his own, because he went off in a different direction than the rest, Hazel's group, at least from what we saw. So it was up to the viewer's interpretation of where he physically went. And I think one of the most interesting parts of this whole thing was with Raven and Yang. We had this whole emotional moment between them. We got a Yang putting some reality check on Raven, going around here and there's some banter. And we also got to find out how she got into Spring Maiden powers. It was because the original Spring Maiden actually found Raven, asked her to train her in her powers. I believe that's how it went. But Raven says she's not ready for this. She's not capable. She should have to be this with her whole life. As the story with Lionheart was basically talking about translating with Raven being there the entire time. But then we found a little dark twist. Instead of giving the having the original Spring Maiden the responsibility and the anxiety that can go through this, she flat out kills the Spring Maiden, we presume probably in her sleep or somewhere during training. Which is kind of weird, but also they made it Yang say like, did you kill some of those too? But it was kind of like a smug thing, like, her. It's interesting they kind of leave it out in the open if she did or not kill some of those. We don't really know. I'm leaning towards that she didn't. It was just more of a, oh, did you kill her too? Type of thing. But it's possible she could have. Because we don't know. They're kind of hinting towards something happened with her and Raven. But that was basically most of the twist, that Raven killed the Spring Maiden herself. Pretty much in a more darker way than I thought. And then Raven proceeds to leave without the relic. We find out later in the episode that she goes back to Tai. I think she's probably going to set things straight with him. I think it's going to be a new, different turn. They'll probably be back together again, or at least some form of trying to set things right. It's possible that can end up being the case, because it really does seem like a redemption for Raven here. It really, you just tell like the look on Ty's face in the end credits scene. It's like, oh, her crap, gotta deal with this person again. I was really hoping to see Ryan in the end credits scene with it, but now Ty is doing his flowers thing, and then you see this little feather that we knew that it was Raven. And that was pretty much that, but Yang did get the relic. And we got to learn a little bit more about the relic itself, but we never get to see like how it physically functions. We know it's a lantern of some. We know it's a lantern. I just wonder like what it kind of does. To be honest, it's very interesting because later down in the episode, they Oscar, before he passed out, said we need to get this to Atlas. We need this lantern to get to Atlas. And what I was thinking about the lantern is a relic. Why do we need to go to Atlas? Because that's going to be a little bit challenging, to say the least, because with the closed borders on Atlas right now. So we know that Act 1 is now finished. The Haven arc is done. We are now officially going over to Act 2 for the Atlas arc. That's going to be next from that whole thing. There really wasn't a big grand old fight. It kind of felt like an epilogue this episode. But there was also, we gotta learn somebody did die in this episode, and that's Lionheart. We figured he was gonna die anyway, because why would you need him even after the fall of Haven? Even if it did happen, why would you need him? It would kind of be stupid to let him live. The Sailor's part, if she did let him live, it'll be dumb. So she kind of killed him in a horrific way, and we didn't see him physically die, but we hear him screaming, and it was like, oh my god, it gave me chills down to my spine. Like, it must have been so horrific that we cannot see it itself. And there was also I think my favorite scene in the volume. Emerald breaking down. It's interesting, to say the least. I think one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite scenes in this volume is because it actually shows character growth and character development. something we really ever see in our heroes, where we get to see sometimes more so in the villains. I think when Emerald realizes that Cinder is possibly dead, or she realizes right now that she is dead because she saw Yang coming out with the relic, she was bragging about, oh, Cinder is going to be getting the Spider-Man powers, you guys are going to be so screwed, and she'll get a relic. And then she comes up, and it's Yang. And she kind of checked in, like, Cinder's dead. So she goes in this whole emotional state. Some people think that she's in love with Cinder. Is like, I see her as more as everyone sees Cinder as a mother figure. And to see that type of mother figure die is very emotional for her. She basically freaks out. She cries a lot. But it's very much more intense than what I'm trying to describe. It is very intense. And I like this kind of stuff because it actually shows character growth in these characters. And I liked it because of that. I was really thinking, like, okay, she's going to unlock the Fall Maiden powers right here and there. She's going to notice that she's now the Fall Maiden. But that didn't end up shooting to happen, alright? This is some pretty intense stuff that went down here. Now, Emerald uses an illusion on everybody in the room and the entire scenery, which is something we have never seen Emerald do. And we see Salem on this grand scale, kind of twisting, kind of making it more horror-ish type, and then it goes doing the jump scare a little bit. It was pretty nuts. I did not expect something like this scale to see with Salem. I always wonder if afterwards, like, Salem was able to see this. It's like, really? That's what you think of me, Emerald? Are you serious? You're just putting the bad image. I really want that to happen. That would be so interesting. I would really love that if that happens in Volume 6. Like, really? Now you're going to make people think more of me as a monster. What the hell? I just really see that happening. That'd be great. I would love that so much. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to be happening in Volume 6. That's pretty much most of the episode. The villains go out in a way and defeat everything else. Emerald gets knocked out. Mercury was trying to put sense into Emerald, like, okay, you need to calm down. But then when that reality check hit her, that Cinder's possibly dead, because we don't really know as the audience. It's like, it's a little bit iffy, because we never really saw her body, so it's kind of hard to tell if she is dead or not. I'm presuming that she is possibly dead. But there was somebody in a Discord chat that brought up this interesting theory. Now, apparently, Jessica Negri, the voice of Cinder herself, actually has signed on for more contracts for at least 8 volumes or so. So they brought up this theory that Emerald is going to be creating an illusion of Cinder, but she's not going to know that it's an illusion. And it's basically playing in her psyche that she's thinking she doesn't want Cinder to die and everything else. It's just an illusion. Cinder's always going to be there, but it's not actually Cinder. And of course, we'll have this kind of talk stuff with it, and it was interesting to say the least. I think that would be pretty unique to see that, just to see a different perspective of a character. And this way to see like how they handle with someone that we hate as the audience, but to them they see as his mother figure. It would be interesting if they do this route. It would be interesting to say the least. No, basically and then later on, they'll probably be real like, hey, I'm not dead. Hey, that's great. If she does end up coming back, I think it will probably be in a third act. Like, be like, haha, gotcha, I'm alive. It might probably be more messed up, kind of like Darth Maul was in Rebels, maybe, in a way. I don't know. So yeah, that's my review of Volume 5. Now, I'm not going to be doing a Volume 6 prediction because I'm not that intelligent in a way. And with Volume 6, I'm probably not going to be doing the prediction videos, but I'll still keep these reviews because I like doing this in my final thoughts. But I was going into this episode expecting a meh conclusion, and that's kind of what I got. You're either going to love the finale or you're going to hate it. and I kind of on the middle side of the episode. I found it. I expected going into an epilogue type episode. That's basically what I got. This is basically epilogue. I feel like chapters 13 and 14 were meant to be as one gigantic episode, but since with the animals are like, no, we can't do that. We don't want to do that. That's why they were pleading to please can we put into 2 more episodes, and that's kind of what this was. So yeah, this is my final thoughts on RWBY. Well, my final thoughts on RWBY Volume 5 is going to be my everything wrong with RWBY Volume 5, but this is my final thoughts on the episode. I would give it like a 7 or 6. I think I'll give it a 6. I think that's the best way to describe this episode. It's okay, but I like some things more in it, and a little bit like the emerald scene and the Raven and Yang conversation. I like those moments. I just wish we got more of that in this episode, and probably a little bit more bigger fight, but we didn't really get that. So I would give this finale like a 6, but it's very close to a 5. But I'm giving it a 6. So what you all think of the finale? Leave your thoughts in the comment section box below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future videos like these. And I'll see you all next time.